Hey people. So I've been meaning to do this video for a while. This thing I'm responding to, actually was put on my um, rape, play, molestation, and domestic violence survivors in BDSM video. Geez, that's a long title. This one's not going to be that long. But there's a comment, and I, I've been meaning to do a video, and I've shot two videos for it, and both of them I deleted because I got angry. I'm going to admit it. I got angry because of how stupid. Um, it's ridiculous. Okay, so let me read it, and I'll post the entire comment in the description. Um, the words rape and play, and she put rape and play in quotations, are only together in the minds, um, are together, only go together in most male supremacist minds. Let me repeat that. The words rape and play only go together the in the most male supremacist, in the, it's just first off badly written. Male supremacist of mind. No, I know what she meant, but god damn it. Um, who are you to play with other people's pain? Okay. Men focused on this as a fantasy to play at only because rape exists as a reality in the world for many women. Any woman who says she likes something simulating rape on her is demonstrating elements of Stockholm syndrome, or just privileged. She hasn't experienced much male violence in her life. Oh, okay. I just read the comment below. I'm just gonna cut and paste it. I'm staring at it on YouTube on my on my tablet. I'm gonna copy and paste it into the text file that I put all of the stuff below. I'll actually put her comment. Um, let's deal with this one at a time. Um, the term rape play is not a male supremacist idea. Let's just make that very clear. Um, rape play is something that happens in all sexualities. All of them. Straight male, straight female, straight female, straight male, gay male, gay male, gay female, gay female, and you can throw in some mix of transgender. And guess what? All these groups, all of them, do rape play. There's not one of these groups that does not do it. Every one of these groups does. It's not about, male superiority. Not at all. In any way, shape, or form. Every person I have done it with, and I've done it with about 3, they were the ones who brought it up. In conversations I had said, the first one I had said, yeah, I might be interested in that, and they were the ones to actually bring it up. The other 2, through conversation, they found out that I had done it, and they wanted to do it. This is typical for this. This is not something men focus on as a fetish. Go on to FetLife. Go look up rape play. Do you know how many groups you will find focused on rape play? 0. 0. Why? Because It is such a toxic concept. It is a really super heavy concept. To even consider doing it, you have to be willing to go into very deep, dark places. Yes, rape is a reality for women across the world. Completely get it. Okay? Completely understand it. But guess what? We play in dark areas. We play in those areas. And the thing about it is that for us, we play in those areas as a way to escape the reality. You're talking to somebody who has not only been tased on purpose, actually by a police officer who was at a play club that I was at and happened to have a couple extra rounds for his taser, and looked for volunteers to try it, and I was one of the people who said, "I'll do it." Floored me. Absolutely floored me. I do not wish that upon anybody. But guess what? In our community, people use tasers as play. Waterboarding. In our community, there are people who use waterboarding as play. I have been waterboarded. I lasted for all of about 3 seconds. It was horrible. I do not wish it upon anybody. But then you know what? There are people who actually got something out of it. I actually got something out of it. The fact that I never want to do it again. But I got something out of it. So now when I have a conversation with somebody about it, I'm like, have you been waterboarded? You haven't? I have. And I can tell you that I would have said absolutely fucking anything to stop it. We play in very dark areas. We have Nazi play. We have race play. We have all of these different things that the world considers bad and all this other crap. But that's what we do. We play in those areas. Is it the focus of the community? Not by a long shot. But is it there? Yes. Does it exist? Yes. You're talking to somebody who actually enjoys interrogation play. I love interrogation play. When I can find somebody to do interrogation play with, it is amazing to do. But it is tough. I lose myself. And I can see why it's a horrible thing to let people who are not in control loose with it. So Hudvita says, interrogation, torture is good. Smack them for me. Because as somebody who has been waterboarded, somebody who has been tased, somebody who has done interrogation play, I would never want this to happen to anybody, regardless of anything. Because anything that's said there is totally going to be useless. But you know what? That's what we do. We play in those areas. And it's not just, men, straight men who do it. It's everybody. The first time I got to see somebody being tased as part of play was by a woman doing it to another woman. What do you have to say there? What do you have to say? Anything? I really, can you tell me, do you have anything that's substantive to add? The reality is you don't. Moving on. The idea that the only reason when a woman would decide to allow a man to do this to her is because of Stockholm syndrome, or because she's been privileged enough not to have to deal with male violence. is pathetic. It's arrogant of you to assume that. You're making a lot of assumptions here. And assuming shit is one of the things I hate most. Okay, it's part of my, if you go scrolling through my videos, you'll see my core rules videos. One of them is, don't assume, but anticipate. You're assuming here. You're assuming that the women who are having it done are doing it because, they have some, some Stockholm syndrome type of a thing. No. No. Some of them want to do it so they can, that it's a fantasy of theirs. Nothing to do with, not having experienced male violence. Just, that's their life. That's something they want to do. I think I've talked about it in another video, maybe even one of my other rape play videos. But there was a friend of a friend who had always wanted a kidnapping and rape to happen, and she did not want to know about it. She just wanted it to happen, and had some safety protocols put in and all this other stuff. And guess what? One day, out of the blue, she gets snatched off the street, thrown into a van, driven around, dragged into a home, and is raped and beaten and all this other stuff for about 3 days. Here's the thing. Her partner, specifically her master, for all 3 of those days, was in the house. He was in the front room. On the 3rd day, which happened to be her birthday, he came into the room, lifted up her blindfold, and said, "Happy birthday." And after a minute or two, she wound up having the most amazing birthday party simply because she knew she got what she wanted. That was one of the best birthday presents she had ever gotten. And for somebody to go out there and say that's wrong and that's bad and is arrogant. Is straight out arrogant. You don't live their lives. You're not in their skin. You don't know what the rationale is for somebody, a woman or a man, to do this. They have their own reasons. And for you to make these assumptions shows the level of arrogance that you have. And to sit here and want to try to say that I'm a male superior, I'm a male superior, into male superiority. Do you even know me? I was trained in this lifestyle by a woman. Some of my best friends in life were women. I love women. I don't think men are superior to women or women are superior to men in any way, shape, or form. Sorry about that, people. My camera shut off and ran out of space, so I had to upload it. But let me wrap up what I'm saying here. At the end of all of this, the reality is that rape play is something that's done very limitedly. It's done almost, it's not done, it is an all the time thing. There's not somebody that, that's their one exclusive thing they do. It's done by all types of people. Male, female, straight, gay, whatever. It doesn't matter. They all do it. And if you think that, I'm somebody who is, believes in male superiority, please move on. I'm not that person. As I've said, I was trained by a woman in the lifestyle. I have tons of friends who are women in the lifestyle. I have tons, I work with all women, except for one other guy. It makes no sense. this was something that was said by a social justice warrior who has nothing better to do than to try to troll me. Yeah, see how well that worked. So now that I've laid all of the facts out, please, if I'm wrong, tell me. I'd love to know how. So that's it for now. Like I said, comments going to be in the description below. Be well and safe.